Okay, we got preload adjuster backed all the way out till it stopped. And we switched over to box end. I hope this fucker don't shoot at me. Just make sure you don't have any weight and don't stand directly above it. It should not have very much force currently, but I'm not sure what's in this bike. But definitely a squishy ride. I used to have a Ninja 250, 2003, the older body style, and it reminds me quite a bit of that with the diving in the front end. You do want to be careful with the thread on the end of these, not jack them up when you're going to put them back in, which is kind of the hardest part. So if you want to cheat and change your fork oil without removing your forks, you could do this technically. Oh, there it came. Hopefully I didn't ding that thread. Cap, pay attention to one of these. Okay, a little nick there. You might be right. Yeah, I was at definitely at the bottom. Looks like there's a cotter pin that stops you from coming all the way back out. Okay, got the second one out. Can't say I was much more prepared even with two hands and that without the camera. And you just lift the spring out. And I have a rag handy. Trying to see how dirty this oil is. It's kind of got a little bit of dark shade to it, but I think my 250 was in a little bit worse shape. And I got some 15 weight fork oil, so we're going to cut the progressive part of the spring off about 6 inches. I'll update this later. I'll put it all in the description. And I'm going to replace with PVC, but supposedly the tightly wound part of the spring is the progressive part that gives first, and it does feel that way. It's a lot looser up there than down here. Okay, got both removed now. Fork tube clamp is 12 millimeter. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my forks. I made it this far. This isn't too much more. I had to snip a couple of wire ties off. Two up here, two down low. Okay, there's a hidden pinch point right here, and that one is 6 millimeter. So you don't have to take the bars off. And I pried the pinch points apart a little bit with a screwdriver, and it's coming apart. Here's the color of my fork oil. Some shot out there. I was flushing it out, pouring just a little bit in and pumping it a couple times, and it was still coming out just as black. So I'm gonna go get some automatic transmission fluid, type F, because that's what I use for everything. And I'm gonna pump them out with that. Cycle it a few times. I've been doing this about 20-30 times so far. And now we'll go ahead and empty it. Yeah, I didn't mean to spill it, but that came out clean. A little bit darker than it went in. But the new fork oil is perfectly clear. So let this drain out overnight. Give them one final flush with just a little bit of the fork oil. I have 1 liter, and I'm not sure that's going to be enough. I measured from the top of the fork tube down with the fork completely compressed without the spring in it, and I was at 7 inches. And I think I'm going to go with 7 or 6 1/4 from the top